or welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here, and for today's video I'm going to be styling new decor to continue doing my home refresh. But in today's video I'm also going to be styling some of the new decor items by Threshold with Studio McGee and Heart and Hand collection that I got at Target a few days ago. And as usual, I want to keep my home very cozy and warm, using moody and more relaxing colors for this time of the year, but also adding some hints of that very early springtime. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you are new, please consider subscribing. And without further to say, let's get into this decorating. Alright, and this is one of the new pieces of the spring collection by Threshold for Studio McGee, and I love stone like marble in Travertine to decorate with, but I think for being Travertine this piece is a little bit too basic. But thinking positive, it's a very versatile and functional piece as well, and I'm going to be styling it anyways in this video. And here I'm showing you some of the things that I got at Target from Threshold and Heart and Hand collections, and I'm going to be showing you better and telling you more throughout the video. And I also got some other pieces from an antique store that I'm showing you now and that I'm so excited to tell you about. And also other things from Walmart and Michael's that I'll be telling you and showing you more throughout this video. Alright, and the first area I wanted to start with is our kitchen. And this is now my empty blank slate after taking down and putting away all my holiday decor, so you won't see that anymore. I'm standing by this corner, and I always like to add any tray or stand to put some of the things I'm using to cook with, or add elements where I can keep ingredients. I'm adding this framed canvas featuring a moody landscape that brings those feelings of late winter or very early spring stage, but also I love the contrast and the warmth that it adds to my white kitchen. And I got this vase for my Christmas decor, and I did remove the pine stems that comes with by pouring boiling water on the hard material was holding the stems, and then I can perfectly reuse the vase to add my own arrangement. And then I went to Hobby Lobby and I got this asparagus bush, and I like the kind of very wild and messy look, but I'm also adding these creamy bushy stems that I also got at Hobby Lobby, and I did like the grayish with some hints of pale green, and I thought would be a nice arrangement both together for a very early stage of spring with everything is dry and bodily start to get alive, and I wanted to recreate that in this. And as you may know, I love adding this type of pieces like this marble mortar and pestle that not only are beautiful organic pieces to decorate with, but also can be very practical. For example, adding some salt while you are cooking other ingredients. And putting back my utensil holder, and this is our new setting refresh at this side of the kitchen. At the other side, next to the stove, I am putting back this wooden cutting board, and I like that it helps to add some warmth to this area. But next I found this little olive tree at Walmart, and I thought I would love adding it next to my oil bottles in that space, since it has the perfect size for this space, and I like that's coming with the pot. I think adding this olive tree next to the oil barrels make me feel like that kind of nature-inspired vibes, which I like so much. But coming to the other side, I'm placing this rustic with a kind of log texture, and I'm adding this charming vase I found in an antique store I went a few weeks ago. And an interesting fact about this is that when I got home and I was checking the vase, I did realize at the bottom of this one, this nostalgic written message. I did figure out, it says, July 1965, Mama gave me this. So I suppose I'm owning now a nostalgic piece that did belong to someone else and therefore has a very special meaning, and now I'm keeping it and taking care of this. So I also found this little ceramic canister. It's so adorable and I like it as a complement with the first vase and as an element to a group in decor. So I'm keeping this next to the vase. And then for the next element, just to add a little bit of height, I'm adding this small wooden bowl and just flipping over, and I'm adding on top this candle by the Hearth and Hand Spring Collection. And wow, I just love the Pampas scent. I don't know how to describe this scent, but absolutely in love. I wanted to add a pop of sweetness by adding just a few baby breath, and then the same creamy bushes I added previously in my rustic wooden tray to keep our daily basis fruit. And then for my Peninsula, I love adding larger pieces like floral arrangements and vases, so I'm adding my Terracotta vase by McGEE, and I found these long olive stems that I got at Michael's, and I like the more muted and pale green of the olive leaves that bring that feeling of a very early spring. And I'm swapping some decor, and I'm bringing my favorite marble bowl from our living countertops, and I'm using these Moody moss bowls I got at Target by the Threshold collection, and I love the fact that are more moody and perfect for this time. I wanted to refresh my home with details that brings that hint of the very early spring, but not screaming spring yet. And another thing that I like about these olive stems, it's the brown seeds, and I love the pop of brown and warmth that it's adding to the kitchen. And then at the coffee bar area, I'm bringing back this dark wooden tray, and I love the high contrast of the warm wood, and I'm just adding a simple decor with this eucalyptus arrangement. And I did like the simplicity and soft lighter brown colors of this kitchen towel by the Hearth and Hand Spring Collection. And the next area I wanted to continue is this corner at our dining area, so I'm removing this folding table because I'm adding something more narrow, and instead of spending on that, I'm shopping my home and bringing this extra bar stool from our basement. But my main idea is adding a olive tree at this area, but meanwhile I find the perfect one. I decided using this olive stems arrangement that I got from the Threshold by McGEE collection at Target, and I'm going to be elevating the look a little bit by putting it into that graphite dark pot I got at Hobby Lobby. And this is just another way to style it. I'm just not a fan of the vase, but I love the fullness and messy wild look of the stems. And you can always using it in its original vase and putting it on any counter area or a vanity or any countertop in a bathroom, for example. But for now, I just wanted to keep it at my dining area. And next for my dining table, for now I just wanted to keep this very simple and low profile and just adding few things. And now that the table is completely clear, and I thought it's the perfect time to wipe it down and adding a table runner back. And then I wanted to create a bit of contrast in that rustic layer of interest, and I'm adding this wooden serving tray I found at Home Goods, and I think the price was such a steal for a large wooden piece like this. I'm just adding on top a candle with a wintry forest scent and my wooden coasters and the salt and pepper shakers. As simple as that, at least for this time. Moving to the living room, I'm adding here the ceramic bowl by the Studio McGee collection, and this bowl it features a plenty of textures and it looks like a handmade and rustic but also organic, and I love that combination of styles, and I think it looks pretty on its own and I don't need to fill it with wall fillers. Then I'm swapping these faces and adding this stunning carved ceramic vase. I think it's so pretty and with a great amount of texture. And then I'm adding the same messy wild asparagus bush and keeping it simple like that. And then I wanted to add that vignette moment on this living area with this canvas art featuring a heavy moody landscape, and I like the kind of vintage vibes on it. But my favorite part is the frame with that beautiful aged antique gold color, just the perfect touch of warm gold to our living area. I think it's not exactly for the spring, but still great for this wintry time and also very early stage of spring, and to add a contrast layer and breaking up the old white around like in my living room. Coming to the other side and finally removing this pine and cedar stems, I just wanted to add that eucalyptus, and not only it's for a year-round greenery but also brings that feeling of a fresh new season without screaming spring or winter. And then just adding that travertine ball I showed you at the beginning. But also I wanted to show you another way to style this travertine bowl and making it more practical. I also can add it in a bathroom, and personally this would be so useful to me to drop off my jewelry when I get home, or adding an organic soap in. I usually prefer going toward these neutral items made of organic materials to keep that nature-inspired sense. And I wanted to conclude by adding another very practical decor item, that is my woven wicker basket to keep and storage some throw blankets for everyone, since we love having a lot of throw blankets here downstairs in the living room and overall when it's this very cold time. And here you have some clips of how everything looks together and the end result. And this would be it for this home decor refresh after the holidays. And I feel better starting fresh, more simple, keeping the organic feeling and enjoying the simplicity after all those very busy holiday times. And this concludes today's video, and I hope you got so much inspiration and ideas and also motivation to start fresh and positive this new year. Let me know in the comments what else of my regular content would you like to watch, and I'm so glad having you here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!